mission to supervise the Homeland Army response to civil authorities under Northern Command, a command you never hear of that's got a 4-star general that's responsible for securing the United States. They come upon a time when the mission is too big for the State National Guard, and they need to get the hell over it and bring the big dogs in when you got a big mission. Katrina, we had 40,000 National Guard, 240 helicopters in the first 4 days. They just got 100 helicopters in Texas. Something is significantly wrong with our command and control, and they need to stop patting each other on the back while these poor people out here waiting to be rescued.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cassidy King. I got South Philly Billy, and this is the Sports Goombahs coming to you live from the 515 studio, buried somewhere deep, deep outside. Dry, very dry, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Unlike a lot of parts of this country, right? Yeah.
Rough.
We're rocking the 515. We're live on Twitter tonight at Sports Goombahs. Also, you can call us at 215-783-1282. Leave a message. FaceTime us, or just wait till we answer. Let's see if you want to call in.
Salute
it is. How's South Philly Billy?
Good. Goody gumdrops, man.
Where's Vic the Yorkie at? Yo, Vic.
Somewhere around here.
Where's she at? There you go. Look at this. If she can take this thing down in less than 3 minutes, I'm getting rid of her. Yeah, take that.
Oh, yeah.
Get lost.
There she goes.
Fucking dog.
Get it all, girl.
That's our lyric. That's Vic the Yorkie. Legendary Vic the Yorkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, so let's get right to the fight last week. We're gonna go right to the action was. I mean, by the time I got to watch that thing, I was coming home from where was I? I went to the Phillies game last week.
17-2.
I said that 17-2 game. Yeah, I got down there. First I got food poisoning before I got there. Jeez, oh my God!
Give a shout out to that place. I'm
not giving a shout out to where I got the food poisoning. That's for sure.
Oh.
It's a legendary spot in the city. But leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
You only get grilled salmon in certain places, and this is not the place to get it.
No,
ruined my evening. What are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. It's the Hall of Fame section.
I guess you were running. You were running that night. You're running.
Open the door! I said, open the door! Look at this guy. Look, he stole something. Get that guy. He looks like he stole something.
Stick him in the bedroom.
Thank God no one was there. Little kid was in there with me, man.
That's a shame.
Poor little kid, man.
I would have told him to leave.
He goes, how about a courtesy? How about a courtesy flush over there? So we get out of the store together, me and the little kid.
All right.
I look at him, he looks at me.
Uh-huh.
We're having the same problem, evidently. Dude, I'm sorry. It must have been like 10-year-old kid. I'm sorry. He's trying to wash his hand over. He's sweating.
Oh, God.
So he went through the same chaos, or he was a part of my chaos, one or the other. Either way, between that and that ball game, we did see Ryan Hoskin hit a home run. I forget which one it was.
Was that the 2 runs?
Yeah, that was it, man. I think he had a solo home run, actually.
Oh,
yeah. But it was hard to watch. Since then, the Phillies have gone downward with the Braves.
You got to build a team around him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's the guy that you get to stop what you're doing and watch him hit.
Yep.
You're in the kitchen doing the dishes, and you look back at the game, and he's up, you stop. Like
finally, somebody.
Ryan Howard, Mike Schmidt, the same stuff. That's the way it was. That's what you need. That's the start of it. You build around this guy. I don't care who they trade to build around this guy.
Sure.
And then watch him play first base.
Oh,
natural. He scooped the ball out like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knew he was scooping that ball before the ball got to him in one of the plays.
Yeah.
So the kid can play all the way around. He's got a great bat. He's got great bat speed. That's what it's all about. Because he's slowed down the home runs, but he's hitting. He's got a 12-game hitting streak.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yeah, ripping singles here and there. So the guy's just not a home run hitter, and that's even better. one thing about Ryan Howard. When he came up, he was a home run hitter. You know, he got up there. You expected him to hit home runs, and basically Howard was home run, strikeout, home run, strikeout.
That's all.
He had some good, decent hits and decent RBIs at the time when they were running for the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
But as his career melted down, that's what I called Ryan Howard.
Well, this kid's got a baseball body too.
Yeah, he's got a baseball mind.
Yep,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you can tell, you know, by the way he knows the pitch count.
Right.
He got up there. A guy walked. I don't know who walked in front of him, but he took the first pitch or strike over the plate. And you know, when you got a pitcher on the mound and that's the discipline this team hasn't seen in a while, where you got to, don't get up there just to swing. Know what the pitch count is.
Right.
Know the situation baseball
Absolutely,
there.
yeah.
Guy just walks somebody, which means he's struggling to throw pitches. Let's watch him out a little bit.
Sure.
Let's wait a minute. Let him throw a strike. And this guy knows when not to swing.
Mm-hmm.
He's well educated in the game.
Yeah.
And that's key. That's key to playing baseball, because baseball is like that. Man. Right. It's just not, it's not get up to the bat and swing away, see how far you can hit the ball or how far you can pop up. Billy's been doing a lot of pop up last couple nights, you know. Yeah. I like the kid. He's, you know, he's I
like Nick Williams too.
Yeah, both that's the builder. You know, you got the lefty, the righty, and you know, Williams got some power. He gets his pitches.
Yeah.
What I like about Ryan is he don't shy away from the breaking ball.
No.
And that's key for a home run hitter.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can't throw him anything.
You could hit anything.
You got to throw him low in the dirt. You got to just make him chase.
You're going to walk him.
Chase or walk him. Do Barry Bonds him.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-steroid. Or post-steroid. And, you know, of course, if John Carlos Stanton wasn't hitting 51 home runs,
they'd be the talk of the town.
He'd be the talk of the town of baseball right now, but he's getting overshadowed by him. And he should be. I mean, 51 home runs at this point puts the record in jeopardy. That's 70. What Bonds at 72? He was 72, right? Give or take a couple. But Stan's thing, he's after the 61 because it's, you know, a non-steroid 61.
Right.
What's his name? Who's the guy hit
the big boy?
What is his name, man?
Can't think of it.
Boom, boom. Don't move you on the guy. Oh, terrible with names, remember. It's the age, man. It's the age. When I hit the 50s, my brain starts forgetting.
Sure.
Maybe I don't sleep enough, man. Maybe that's the problem.
It could be.
I got that sleep apnea stuff,
It's not good, man.
I know. You're going to take me down to Chinatown. I got to get it fixed.
You better
or just don't go to sleep at night. That's all. I can try that method. See how that works out for me.
Not good.
No.
Got to get it
not
fixed.
At all. Not at all. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about that?
You can't. You got to fix it.
Yeah.
So did you watch a fight?
All right. I watched an activity, you know. I mean, let's face it, you know, Mayweather carried this guy for 10 rounds. And as soon as I watched the fight, as I was watching, I figured Mayweather could end this fight anytime he wanted to, because there was no power punches being thrown either side, especially on the McGregor side. I don't think he was capable of throwing a power punch. I mean, it's obviously there's a big difference in the way you fight boxing and MMA and heavyweight and professional boxing.
Yeah.
You know, the gloves are different. The impact of the hit is different. I mean, and the stamina is different.
There was no striking, man.
There was no striking. Okay, and the whole time McGregor looked like a dinosaur trying to pick his spots there, trying to get his hands in there to put the one shot away, and he never got that shot off. He looked out of place too, really out of place, like he shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to ask LeBron James to play middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers just because he's an athlete. You know, I mean, you know, you've seen guys go back and forth in baseball like this. You know, you watch the Deion Sanders try it and Michael Jordan. And quite frankly, the only real successful, you know, Sanders had some success going both ways, but not too long. Deion, yeah, he had this, but Bo Jackson was the only one really to excel because all-star on both sides.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's it. That's all you ever seen. It's so hard to go from one sport to the other, you know, especially physical sport like fighting.
Oh, yeah.
The techniques are so much different. Just goes to show, just because you're a fighter doesn't mean you can fight anybody.
No, he was exhausted.
Right. He was totally exhausted. And Mayweather knew that because he's surrounded by people who know fighting.
Sure.
Okay. Like anything else. I mean, McGregor spent a lot of time on the pre-fight bullshit. Yeah. Exerted a lot of energy on the pre-fight.
Right.
I was speaking to Steve Austin this afternoon about that. He was probably come to the show next week. We'll talk a little more about the technique of this whole thing. What we're talking about, he said the way Conor McGregor looked in the beginning of the
Diaz fight.
No, I'm talking about before the pre-fight bullshit. All the screaming and yelling in the back. Yeah, but you start energy, man.
Yeah.
If you know you're going into a boxing match, and you know, and Mayweather knew that he's going to drag this thing out.
$100 million worth of energy to lose.
I think Mayweather could have taken him out in 2 rounds if he wanted
Probably.
to. If he turned on the boxing skill, the boxing movement, and that kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't know if McGregor could take the impact of a boxing punch 5 or 6 times in a row. MMA, you usually clip a guy once or twice. And you get to throw elbows, which you saw McGregor sometimes get involved with, forget where he's at. He used some technique that he shouldn't be using. And also Mayweather also did some things that he shouldn't, that he knew he could get away with. Sticking his head into him, you know, a lot of the head gouging stuff.
Sure.
But all in all, the show stunk. It stunk. And everybody's rushing to get to a spot at 12:30 at night.
Wasted a lot of money on that pay-per-view.
I popped up on Facebook, and there it is.
Wow.
By accident. I went on Facebook to find out, you know, I couldn't get in a certain spot. So I went on Facebook to see where the level. Because I came out from the game, I'm feeling too good. Okay. And I was in a badass mood.
Oh, yeah.
Bad mood. Bad mood.
Bad.
So I look on Facebook. There it is. Everybody's streaming the damn fight on Facebook. Everybody. You got all kinds of different sources. You got people's TV sets on Facebook Live. You know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there it is. There's beautiful pictures there, you know.
Sound and all, huh?
Sound and all, yeah, everything. You even got a couple of moans and groans from the people filming the damn thing in the background. That's the idiots who bet on this thing. So it was a 10-round TKO. So if you had it bet that way, you won some big bucks. I don't know. Oh no! I hope it's the end of this. The Mayweather.
Oh, it's got to be.
You know, hype. The hype of the whole thing. The money spent on this and the show.
51-0 now.
Give me a show.
Yeah, there is nobody to fight him.
Nobody to fight him. It's not even a matter of fighting. It's just that the division has nobody. I mean, there's a couple guys coming up, but they're a ways away.
Right. Okay.
You know, but as far as the McGregor boxing again, forget about it.
Nah, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that again. He's not a boxer. You know, let's take him, give him a panel show somewhere. Give him a cable channel. Let him do talk show, so he can say fucking. He can do all the words he likes to say and all that stuff. And you guys are no good and whatever. And do his Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. You know, bullshit that he does.
Right.
You know,
that's funny.
But I knew it was going to be a joke. And some people I talked to, oh, it was a great fight. Yeah, right. Great
what
fight.
Are you looking
Where?
At?
What are you looking at? It was entertaining. It was very entertaining for 10 rounds. It's entertaining. You had an awkward-looking guy in there. You know, the tights are up his ass. And you got Mayweather just packing in there, just bobbing and weaving and playing his defensive fight, which made him what he is.
Tagging him, getting a point. Tagging him,
going away. Tagging him, going away. Right. McGregor says, I caught him a couple times. You caught nobody. You didn't catch him.
No.
You might have flicked his earlobe every now and then, but that's about it. 215-783-1282. Give us a call. Chime in here. Got some kind of technology going there. Probably could answer your phone call. I don't know.
Yeah.
Live on Twitter at Sports Goombahs. Anybody ask us a question? No, of course not. Why you start asking us a question? We got the answers before you ask them.
All right.
You know? So
it's all good.
Yeah.
Eagles, last preseason game tonight, man.
Yeah, who cares? Is anybody playing tonight?
Well, they got to get knocked down from 92 to 53 or something like that.
Oh, it's Super Bowl. Don't worry about it.
He's a running back I want to keep. The rookie.
That? Yeah. He's
good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, know what he does good? Cuts the blocks. In and out. He watches his blocks. He follows his blocks. He's not on his own. Like that. You know? Sort of like Sproles does, but inside.
Right. He's a little bigger than Sproles, too.
Bigger, yeah.
Much little, man. I say he's like 200 pounds. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid.
When do you find the Eagles won in spite of their coaching?
That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen now. So, you listen to sports radio today. Come on. Hey, yo, they win the first 3 games. Yeah, they win the first 3, no problem. Then you could talk about Indianapolis. Is that where the Super Bowl is this year in Indianapolis or something?
I really don't know. I know we're not going.
Come on, man. Be realistic.
We're not going with Pepperson.
Yeah. No way.
Rose nuts? Nah.
Rose nuts, Pepperson, and Glory. Rose nuts, peppermint, Glory.
You got to get rid of Rose nuts, man.
Rose nut, peppermint, Glory.
He's making a lot of bad decisions, I think.
Dorenbach's trick. I like that guy. He had a good card trick. You know, what are you getting rid of the entertainment for?
Right.
What's going on in the
long
locker room?
snapper, you mean?
Long snapper, yeah. Dorenbach was good.
He's been around for years.
He's doing card tricks inside and AGA, whatever that bullshit. He's great. He was on Jimmy Kimmel, all that shit. It was good for the players. It had something to do in between the halves instead of listening to Pedersen.
Yeah,
Peppermint.
When
I like that peppermint.
Peppermint.
Rose nuts, peppermint, and glory.
You know, when
Manny, Mo, and Jack all over again.
When they announced the guy that was leaving, the long snapper, and they showed the guy that's replacing him, he threw a ball. It looked like it was a wobbler.
Yeah.
Like, is that our new long snapper, Peterson?
You know, Andy Reid invented the long snapper. He invented that as a position, not just the guy that's all he does is long snap.
I'll tell you what I don't want to see this year from the Eagles. Okay, I don't want to see you march down to the 30 and kick a field goal.
Yeah.
If that happens, forget about it.
It's going to happen.
You think?
It's going to happen because you got a conservative coach.
Come on, man.
He's conservative. He's conservative.
I don't know
because
about the offensive line either.
He's not thinking on his feet.
Telling me it's the greatest offensive line in the NFL. What are you looking at?
I don't know. It's the hype. You know, you got to say that, I guess. We got to give the fans something to hope for in this town, right?
They got an undersized center. He's done.
At this second, Billy, what do you think? Who's the next team to go to a championship? Every 3 months we do this because I mean, in Philadelphia, who's next?
Oh, the Sixers.
You think the Sixers are ahead of the
Absolutely.
Phillies? Yeah.
They're ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
LeBron James getting bored. He's not producing movies, evidently.
He's going to win, man.
Yeah.
Within 3 to 5 years.
I think they're going to be a big surprise this year because they're playing with their own money, borrowed money. It doesn't really matter what they do.
Now's the time to get the season tickets, man.
Stay healthy. You know, I'm done with season tickets for ball games and stuff. I just upped up for the Flyers again, man.
It's a waste.
You got to stay in the mix, right? You know, people don't call you anymore. What you going to do?
Flyers are hung up in the 70s, man.
You're stuck in the 70s, man.
Yeah,
I haven't had a goalie since literally the late 80s. You know?
Yeah, man. Rolly Massimino passing. That's a sad thing, man.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Did good here. Went out to UNLV. Got in a little bit of trouble out there.
What else is new?
Yeah.
You know, he passed away in Florida, I believe, and he's having a ceremony up here in Villanova.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a legend.
Yeah, man.
He's legend. One of the greatest upsets in sports history.
It was. You see Patrick Ewing crying that time?
Yeah, well, Patrick, you done a lot of crying after that. You know, when the Knicks blew the NBA title that 1 year.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, so. Detroit was tough too back then.
Yeah. Yep.
I miss the NBA having. It'd be great to have the Sixers playing great.
Well, I miss the NBA having a bunch of competitive teams.
Well, we
like
don't
back
have that
in the
no
80s,
more.
we had a bunch of competitive teams. Now it's just 2 teams and the rest of the NBA.
Yeah, the Sunday games were great.
And phonies. Teams are trying to be good, but when it comes down to it, they just don't have it. You know, Houston, other teams like that, they make runs and then they fall short because at the end of the day, it's about the two superheroes.
Oh, it's a cycle. The players, it's a total cycle, man. You know,
soap opera.
Every 10,
NBA
20 years, you get these players. You know, you get the Jordans, you get this, you get that.
Yeah,
it don't happen every day.
It's like down at that Phillies game on Saturday, right? Nobody there. Sad crowd. A few. You can tell who's giving away the tickets. Just look at the people around you. You know, nobody's focused on the game. They're all on their telephones. You know, everybody's telling everybody they're at the game, but me.
That's funny.
You look in the outfield, you see a couple gatherings of groups. You know, everybody's wearing the same shirts. You know, they got their tickets. But same Philly, same thing as the Sixers. This is a team that's gonna, you know, if the offense is good. I like the offense. Like up the last couple of days, I don't know why they gave Atlanta. They gave Atlanta no trouble whatsoever at the plate. It's like they fell asleep this weekend, and they had Atlanta's number for most of the year. You know, last year too. I mean, they're getting a little better. I don't know. They got nothing, Atlanta. They should have kicked the shit out of them. Yeah, what am I talking about?
Oh, do you know what's going to happen January 18th next year?
January 18th next
Something
year.
to do with the Flyers.
What, they got an outdoor game?
No. Something that is.
Oh, they're gonna freaking Eric Lindros.
Do it. Yes. Yeah. That's the game I want to go to.
That's another
going up in the rafters.
That's another 5 I love you game. You know, that's
right.
Lindros is gonna leave here he's gonna get retired here.
1-0.
1 MVP.
A
lot of goals, a lot of fighting.
Oh yeah.
A lot of fight. Heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
2 years he was heavyweight champion. Kicked everybody's ass. First year as a rookie, he was tossing people in nets.
Oh yeah. How about that?
But he crushed the career at the end. His parents got involved. The Bobby Clark stuff, you know, they sent him out of town. The concussions, just the whole mess of I don't know how you say it. See, he was mismanaged. Yeah. Mismanaged by the parents, mismanaged and misunderstood by the fans and the organization. You know, he fell under the wrath of Bobby Clark, and it seems like when you did that back then, there was no getting out of it. Once Clark didn't like you were done.
Right.
End of story. It's a shame. The guy should have won some Stanley Cups. He had that kind of talent.
Called him a baby.
He couldn't keep his head up.
Right.
You know, he skated with his head down. Didn't back skate very good.
No.
That wasn't a back skater at all.
Mm-mm.
But he skated with his head down. And that's something I guess no one caught when they brought him up. Or when they, remember that big deal with the Rangers and the Flyers?
Oh, yeah.
The lottery or whatever that was?
Yep.
We traded away half a team for that. The team we traded away. Guys we traded
won
away.
The Stanley Cup.
2 times.
Colorado.
Yeah. Won the Stanley Cup, right.
But he's going up in the rafters, and I'm happy about that.
Forsberg was a far better player than Lindros. Far better career than Lindros, And he was our player. That was going to us. Yeah, I mean, the Flyers, they got to retire somebody right now. It's about time. The last guy to retire.
Bo Barber. Wasn't it?
Nah. There's other nuts up there.
There's only 5 or 6 up there, dude. You got Clarkey, you got Perrant.
Who's the captain of the '80s team?
Kerr? No.
I forget. The little guy in the center. What is his name? I thought they retired him.
There's only a few, man. It's only 5 or 6.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindros. I liked Eric Lindros. I liked, the first couple of years were exciting watching him.
Oh, he was great.
He made some
great
great
player,
passes.
Man. Oh, man. He was unbelievable. Player. Oh, yeah.
But you look at his career, and what do you have? I don't even know. I mean, the stats are there the first few years.
You lost the Stanley Cup to who else?
Detroit. They got swept out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he
Detroit
might have been miscoached, too, because we went through a lot of coaches.
Went through too many.
Yeah, back and forth.
But it's nice to talk about the Flyers in that way. I'm happy. I would love to go to that game, January 18th. Be there.
I'm going to write it down.
Yeah,
I guarantee that's not going to be one of the tickets I get. Oh, lucky enough.
Mm-hmm.
Got to talk a little bit about what's going on in Houston. I'm talking. The Astros are playing as bad as that Storm right now. Yeah. They're getting their butt kicked lately. Look, we jumped off them.
How can they concentrate?
We'll talk about Minnesota a little later on. The cha-ching, the new cha-ching.
The big M.
The Dow Jones. Dow Jones baseball. We'll play a little excerpt from what was his name? Lieutenant General Horna. Horne, whatever his name is.
Not horny.
Horano. Well, this is the guy. Remember when and I was in New Orleans for a little bit. I did a couple months. I did a little tour of New Orleans in the aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy came in there and he took control of everything when the cops were shooting, the people were looting.
Right.
He put the military in there, got out there, put the guns down, took full control of this.
Oh, yeah.
Warned us about what was coming up in Houston. Told us, get the helicopters. He went on CNN before.
Get the dig dogs.
CNN, the National Nautica News. Because they haven't left Houston's water for 1 second, man.
Oh, man.
They forgot about Trump. Who?
Take a war to let them leave.
Yeah.
They will.
They both forgot all about Trump. Who's Donald Trump? We got chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when a Malaysian plane went down. Remember the Malaysian plane went down? CNN
for that for
rode
days,
that thing for months. Yeah. They went that for months. There's nothing else they want to talk about with that plane. Still haven't found that plane, have they?
No.
Another one went down since then.
A piece of one. That's about it.
I'm not even sure it was the same place. Same plane, the piece of it. Crazy
stuff, man.
Yeah, so, it's chaos.
Oh, the guy was right.
That's right. He said he needed 240 helicopters, 40,000 troops, 40,000 troops on the ground before the storm took effect. Put them someplace. Let's wait and see what happens. At least they're here. Now you got to get them in. It's turning into chaos, and it's. I don't know. To me,
chemical plants exploding.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff going on.
Don't compare it to Katrina anymore. It's way bigger than Katrina. Yeah. Territorial wise, it's way bigger. Way more water. It's the 4th biggest city in America. I may say it again. Fourth biggest city in America.
Right.
Okay, which used to be Philadelphia, but they took us over a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Oil, lots of money, lots of people, and like I said, when I did a little work in New Orleans back in 2005, it was nasty down there. It was nasty. People were nasty about what was going on, and it was a whole other thing, way smaller. Ended up leaving after a couple months because things didn't go right down there.
Right.
And years later, it didn't go right. And look at the size difference of these two cities. Okay. Good people, important people are going to have to step up here and take care of this. Okay. No more gloating, no more handshaking, no more high-fiving. No high five to everybody's got a smile on their face.
Big checks coming out.
Yeah, I'm not going to start naming names and talking about people doing what, this, that, and the other thing. Okay, we've done enough of that around here. This is not about that. And I don't want to hear politics into this shit.
No.
I don't hear anything about politics. You know, I got bothered by our president when he said something the other day about the crowd. Wow, look at this crowd. My mouth dropped open.
Right.
I want Trump to succeed. I really do. He's our president. What are you going to do? If he doesn't succeed, we all fail.
Right.
But when just shut up. You don't have to say that, man. Yeah. Tell people how you feel, but who cares about the crowds, man?
He made amends when he hung the flag up, but that was after the fact.
Everything's after the fact with this guy.
Oh, that's his brain. His brain works that way, man.
After the fact. Everything's after the fact.
What a crowd. Wow.
Yeah, what a crowd.
What'd you expect? Wow. We're all homeless, you moron.
He's killing me softly. You know?
He's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, he's a good
Have you ever met him? He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I never met him. Yeah, I was down the street one day. I was at the 7-Eleven down in the Bronx. He stopped in for a coffee.
He was on Home Alone. I met him. I remember he did Home Alone. He walked through the lobby of the Trump. Harry. Oh, Harry.
Oh, Vic's back, man. You ate
and
that
she's
thing
been
already?
Back an hour. Where you been?
I don't know. She chopped that thing down?
In 5 minutes.
I go over to PetSmart. I say, what's the hardcore? I got a Yorkie. I got a 10-pound Yorkie. I got to keep it busy for 15, 20 minutes. Give me something to keep it busy.
Right.
Lady pulls out a busy bone this big. I said, no, I've had one of them before. She said, it's bigger than your dog. I said, it don't work.
Nope.
She said, well, try one of these. This is
a golf ball.
I was organic chew stick. Organic.
Organic.
Which means if I didn't give it to her tonight, it would
pants.
It would fade away.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of organic, that chicken you made tonight.
Oh,
man,
that's good. Huh?
That kebab was
those
good.
Kebabs?
Those peppers. I keep burping them up, but they burp up good.
Yeah.
Not a bad burp.
It's a good burp.
Yeah.
Pineapples.
I like the pineapple. I love cooked pineapple like that.
Oh, it's dynamite.
Oh, I can eat just the pineapple, you know. Yeah. Matter to me.
Mm-hmm. Glad you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. Very good. Very good. So
it's all good.
Yeah. So I hope we get our act together down there because it's going to be a a lingering chaos for all of us. And I'm looking at this. Look at the price gouging you're doing down there.
Oh my God!
$8.50 for a bottle of water.
Is that true?
It's on CNN. It must be true.
That's fake news, man.
Fake news. That's real.
Man,
CNN,
come on.
Syndicate Nautical News.
Where'd they get that from?
$20 a gallon for gasoline.
What's that? A guy standing on the corner selling water bottles?
Well, they phone in complaints about that. So people are calling in. This is not CNN reporting it. CNN reporting the calls in for this stuff. So
it's true.
Yeah. I mean, let's give CNN
how much gas?
They got to see a little kudos because we saw a couple things the other day. We watched them lift them. They were the first ones that were on the helicopters watching this. People get saved.
In a nursing home?
No, I'm talking about after that. The nursing home. That's a whole other thing. That nursing, I want to know who's controlling the nursing home who left all the elderly in a wheelchair knitting while the water just came up. Yeah. Where was the stat? What did they just run?
Yeah, they were in the dining room knitting, floating.
They're floating. I was like, they didn't mention it. I'm thinking to myself, oh, these people need help. I'm thinking to myself, where's the hired help that was there? They just run.
They ran away.
It's like the guy. It's like the pump. The guys who ran the pumps in New Orleans, when the mayor C. Ray Newton, whatever his name was, I forget the way that clown's name is. He said, everybody leave town. Well, the guys who ran the pumps, who kept the levees, and
they left too.
They left too. They let the pumps off. It's like, okay, we're all gone. I guess these guys, they figured the people working in the nursing home say, well, okay, we got to go. Well, what about that's their problem. We're their parents, their families.
Right. Nah, that's wrong, man.
But, and the water's coming up and they're just sitting there. Because they can't go nowhere.
Yeah, knitting.
Oh, knitting. Yeah. I guess she figured, well, what am I going to do? It's, I can't get out of here. I might as well make something. Thank God for Twitter, Facebook, and cameras from elsewhere. Well, no one even knows what's going on in there.
Oh, that's terrible.
That'll be the picture. If things go wrong, that'll be the picture you'll see for years to come.
I guarantee that nursing home's getting cited.
Yeah, for years to come.
Can't do that.
Yeah, this is big city. This is big city tragedy. This is not a small town.
Nah, it's
huge. New Orleans was big, but New Orleans is more mechanical what happened there than it was the actual, storm itself, I think. I was there. I saw it, I did some damage coverage down there.
I saw people putting trash out already in some areas, in those rich areas. Yeah, the large houses. They're putting all that furniture.
The big piles are coming out. Yeah, I remember that in New Orleans. They had a section down there outside the 9th Ward where my partner Danny and I drove, and we walk up, and it's nothing but a football field full of desks and chairs and everything you could think, just piled up 2-3 stories high.
Really? Yeah, washers, dryers,
everything. Well, washers and dryers, refrigerators, they put someplace else because we have those things. Refrigerators got their own dump, for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I can't imagine, man.
yeah, well, it's like I said, everybody's gonna take a hit on this. Things we buy, things we do, our gasoline. It's just the whole, when a city that big gets hit, you feel it. It's part of the pulse of the country. When one of the top 10 cities, the biggest cities in the country get hit,
you'll feel it.
Everybody's going to feel it. Except Houston Astros. They're going to feel it. They're playing in Texas right now. They've given up 15, 16 runs in 2 games.
My
but I'm off Houston. I'll jump right over to the pick session before we move forward here. I told you last Thursday, Minnesota. Don't ask questions. Don't look at the website. It's Minnesota. That's who we're on. That's the Dow Jones. We were riding 5-1 last week.
Good.
5-1 on the side total was over. A couple of them I took the game total just for a little extra hit. Got lucky today with them. 9th inning, they nailed the 5th run in the 9th inning. Minnesota, they scored in bunches. They're down 4-3, 2 runs in the 9th. Push to push. Now beautiful. Just like I like them doing. They don't always win, but they don't lose for you. Staying with them, they are hosting Kansas City and going to Detroit. They're going to Tampa Bay next week, I believe. So Kansas City, they've just lost 2 games. 2 out of the last 3 games, they've let up 20, like 28 runs in the last 3 games. Kansas City fell apart since they won the World Series a couple years ago. Tampa Bay too. So I think Minnesota, these 2 teams, you're following Minnesota this week again. We'll go to the website unless you want to watch us because I'm telling you what we're on. We're on Minnesota. So that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else to talk about. Nothing to report about that stuff. Anything else you do is against what we're doing. So that's up to you. Plain and simple. Yeah. Little shout to Pamela, our new super fan of Northeast Philadelphia. Not Northeast Philadelphia, from Ben Salem. Always mess that stuff. I want to give shouts to people.
That happens.
I mess a name, I mess an area.
Yeah.
Too much pressure with the cameras and the microphones around here.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to do. You're going to do about that. You're going to do nothing.
It's all good.
Yeah, so other than that, not a whole lot else going on. No chaos. Anybody get arrested this week in sports? No.
The season opens for football next week, fam. In Washington.
I cannot believe how
Who's
fast.
winning that game?
Eagles Washington?
Yeah.
Where's the game at?
Washington.
I got no reason to think Washington won't win an Eagle Washington game at home.
Is Cousins still with them?
Yeah, he's with them. 3-point. Yeah, he's with them.
You sure?
Kirk Cousins, yeah. Where if he's not there, where'd he go?
I don't know. I know he had a 1-year deal. I haven't heard anything else.
He's with them.
Oh, yeah?
You know what the problem is with me right now? I didn't join a fantasy team.
Ah.
First time in 25 years. 25 years when they first started coming out with this stuff. When I used to do it on pencil and paper. CBS Sports had the first fantasy football where I had to make phone calls all over the country.
Right.
Used to mail in our stuff every week.
Right.
Every Thursday, you mailed it in. You had to actually use the mail system to put your picks.
No more.
But this year, I didn't have time to do it. I wasn't focused on it. So I lost track of a lot of players.
Right.
A lot of young guys I don't even know about. We used to have Mikey the Wall was on the show. He was our young liaison. He had track all that stuff, all that fantasy stuff. He knew everything was going on. Not anymore. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get involved in anybody. Yeah. Maybe next year we'll see what we can do with that. I'm not sure. I don't know. So
let's start your own league.
Thought about that. It's a lot of work. I could do it on the website and stuff. I've got time for that, man. I know they have these programs that run that stuff for you, but I don't know. It's different now. It's like, you don't have to do a whole lot of work. I mean, you pay your money. Last year I drafted I did pretty good. 2 years ago, I almost won the thing by drafting in my car on 95. In traffic, I drafted.
Oh, God.
I did on my phone. I did the computer draft. I let the computer draft for me.
You ever hear no texting and driving, man?
Listen, your 95 parade that you can have time to text. Okay, it was an afternoon parade. The afternoon parade, these yellow trucks were running the parade about 3 miles down.
Right.
They were drinking coffee and sweeping at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday afternoon, right? Ridiculous.
Yeah, my son's been the commissioner for the last 10 years. Same 10 people.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Yeah, it's good because then you had the leagues where I like the leagues where you keep players for years. You can always keep them for the whole career if that's how long your fantasy goes.
And I beat them last year.
Yeah, I missed the fantasy. I should have I don't know. Football season came on so quick.
It did.
I really didn't pay attention to a lot of the
August
preseason.
went by, man.
You know what it is? I didn't have to watch the games because the computer, you can find all the Eagle highlights were there. Anything, you just punch the running back's name in there and it comes up. The wide receiver. You don't have to watch the games anymore.
No.
You know, it all started with the red zone. Now it's to a point that you don't even have to watch the red zone
zone's
anymore.
great, man. I love the red zone.
It's like different sites on the internet will show you plays as they're happening. NFL.com. Every play is going on there. Yeah. So sitting in front of the TV set and watching the games, once again, we have no.
The Eagles put me to sleep.
Wait, there's distraction. wait.
They do. They put me to sleep.
And life's distractions put you to sleep too.
You know.
Yeah.
I like the 4 o'clock games, man.
Yeah, me too.
Get a little siesta in, then you watch the game, eat dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, if it starts at 1, I'm 2:30. I'm like,
that's why I don't understand. The West Coast got it made, man.
Yeah.
They got a game comes on at 10 o'clock. Right?
Yeah.
And they got the 4 o'clock game comes on at 1.
Yeah.
Then they got the nighttime, the 8 o'clock game comes in at 4. So they got 3 games, and then they get 3 games and dinner. 3 games and dinner. Don't have to worry about dinner. Like Thanksgiving.
I don't want to watch football 10 o'clock in the morning, man. I need my breakfast relaxed.
Oh, come on.
Easy.
No, if I told you that we're going to have NFL football here.
What time do they start their parking lot stuff? You know.
What, down there?
Yeah.
Like,
you know, what are they up? 6 o'clock in the morning partying down in the parking lot? Tailgating?
If it's a 1 o'clock game here, it's a
10 o'clock game there.
Well, it's a breakfast tailgate. It's a lot of eggs and sausage going on down there.
At what time? 6 o'clock?
Yeah, well, it is what you get
going
used
down
to.
there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Listen, I'm getting up to play golf at 6 o'clock.
Listen, don't you know the freaks come out at night? You know that, right? The freaks come out at night.
It's West Coast.
You go to LA, the freaks are out. You go to New York, the freaks are out. You go to Philly, the freaks are out. All night, you see them walking around like zombies and dead people. They do.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you, man. You got to watch Game of Thrones.
I refuse to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, you're missing it.
Now it's become an argument back and forth. How come you watch? Me and my daughter, we refuse to watch it now.
You're
just
nuts. It's fantastic.
I'm 8 years behind already.
So what? You're whatever.
I'm not into that. Where's
I
that?
never watched it either till the last 2 years. I
Really?
went and watched everything from back then and love it. I love it.
I don't
Great
have
show.
anything to watch right now.
It's a great show.
Ray Donovan's
going
it's
downhill.
failing me, man. Yeah. What the hell happened
downhill.
to Ray, man?
I don't know.
You know,
Bunchy's losing his mind.
Liv Shriver, he decided to start to be the writer of this show. He took
Who?
over Liv Shriver, Ray, the actor. He's writing all this stuff.
Mhm.
Last week's show was so disappointing, man. Who walks into a fast food place with a 1.2 million anyway? Come on, make it realistic.
Bunch.
Even if you're stupid, you don't do that.
You know what the other thing is? My boy's coming back. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Classic rock, man.
Oh, he's coming back,
yeah.
man. That's a great
Larry
show.
David. Think about Larry David. Think about him.
Classic.
All through Seinfeld was Larry David. Then after Seinfeld was, we have 20 years of this guy's comedic attitudes, and just it's one funnier after the other.
Yeah.
You know how many times I was thinking because of the storm. You remember the Blacks?
Yeah.
The family that moved in there.
Right.
JB Smooth. That was
Right.
the best. That was the best year, man. He was the best, man. I use some of them lines that he does. Yeah,
That's
Larry David's
fantastic.
good. Yeah.
Well, he'll be back on the show.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, they're tight, the two of them,
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
Good
yeah.
stuff, man.
Thank God, man, because there's really nothing to watch on TV now.
Nah.
Disappointed with Ray Donovan. I know Sheamus is coming back. That's another show I used to watch, and that's off the hook. That's over the line already last year. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Right.
It's unbelievable. I don't like when shows get unbelievable. When they're going good and then they start
Right.
getting outrageous and you can't believe it. Ray Donovan's come to the point. It all started with The Sopranos with all this dream stage stuff.
Right.
And now Ray Donovan's doing it. Okay, I remember they did some of that in that Boardwalk Empire. Same.
And it's coming
thing.
to the end.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't see them going.
Boardwalk Empire was a good show.
Yeah, it was until they had the thing with Boardwalk Empire is I really don't think they were going after the first season because now they had to start whacking people who aren't real because it's based on a true character.
Yeah, right.
So now you got to get rid of everybody who really is involved there.
All right.
Yeah, it was good. That kind of whittled away at the end too. They all do. I mean, when you run out of stuff,
I mean, you're only going to be great for so long, but then you'll be good, then you'll be poor.
Remember The Sopranos? They had some poor shows that were disappointing, And the ending in the last season was just like they threw in 8 shows together, then they put the ending in. Right. The only show that I can remember that went from A to B as perfect I mean,
Don't tell me House of Cards.
No, The Wire.
I like House of Cards.
When The Wire ended, I was like, what? You can't end it. How do you end the show like that? Keep going.
Cut it.
They just cut it. I mean, that's 7 seasons of that show, and that's still, to me, the #1 show ever they ever had to watch. I mean, I like The West Wing, too, as far as a TV show was concerned. Right. That's another one I didn't want to see go. I used to watch it every week. But those 2 shows, I was very disappointed when there was no more. Right.
Yeah.
What the hell do we know about TV, man? We just watch
I like
it.
some certain shows and certain actors.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no movies out right now. There's movies.
What was
suck.
the last good movie that was out?
I can't even remember.
Everything I watch, even the ones I think are good, like, some of the fighting movies that came out in the past couple years were bad. You see this movie Dunkirk?
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing, man. It's like I thought about it was trying to compare it to Private Ryan. No way, not even close. And that Mel Gibson flick, that war movie with Mel Gibson, I couldn't watch because it was Mel. Mel, I see Mel drunk, anti-Semite Mel. Bigot Mel.
Yeah.
He's Archie Bunker in real life.
You got to watch Game of Thrones, dude.
I guess I have to. The pressure's on me
from
right
the beginning.
Now. It's like you not watching The Godfather.
Start from the beginning, man.
Yeah. What, I got 8 seasons to catch up on?
Yeah, you'll go through them.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of time. It's not work.
How was the coffee tonight?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Coffee, I told you.
I knew it. Get something that says
Coffee
on it.
Yeah,
Mr. Coffee. Joe DiMaggio, right?
That's right.
Let's start with him. He had the little white one, the little white coffee maker back in the 70s? Joel Coffee or Joe DiMaggio. Who knew?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I went out and bought creamer for Billy too when he comes
over.
How
about
creamer.
that?
Get all upset. No cream. We have no cream in the house.
No cream.
Yeah, no cream. I use whipped cream in my coffee.
It's America, man. I don't
whipped cream.
Drink
I put whipped cream in the coffee.
Espressos
I like
kill you real quick.
Whipped cream in the coffee.
It's not a latte, man. I want a coffee.
Went golfing on Sunday. What a horror show that was. What am I going to do with this sport? I mean, I want to excel in it, and then I want to give it up. I don't know what to do with this stuff, I go in the backyard with Vic. I hit a few balls back and forth with him, it.
You feel good?
I feel good, yeah. I get a good shot up in the air. It comes down. It's a dog in the head. It's a good bullseye. I get on that golf course. It's like a whole other dude, man. I don't know what it is. I threw the driver in the bag. I wrapped it up, not using the driver anymore. 3 woods is the best I'm going to get off the tee. No more. I just want to be in the middle of the fairway. Mm-hmm. But I played at this Westwood golf course up in South Jersey.
You ever played there before?
Awful.
Terrible.
Awful. Like, well, it's like it was,
London Broil, you were terrible.
Yeah, well, I haven't had London Broil in a while. Maybe that's the problem here. I'm not eating right.
Mm-hmm.
London Broil only lasted 2 rounds. Yeah, so.
Wow.
What
are you gonna do?
We're going to watch the Eagles this week.
Yeah.
We're going to come back here next week. We're going to rant and beef about the game they played. Hopefully, they won't make the mistakes that a coach causes. And they do make mistakes because of the players and not the coach. I do not want to see, what's his name? Pepperson? What'd you call him?
Pepperson.
Was it Rosenut, Pepperson, and Glory?
Peppernuts and Glory.
The Peppernuts. That's it. Rosenut, Peppernuts and Glory. Right. So, yeah. We'll do that.
We got another week before they start. I mean, for real.
What's next week, right?
Well, they start next Sunday. We're here Thursday.
Yeah, wait. Are they late? They're late game, right, on Sunday?
It's at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
That's what we'll be doing. We'll be watching some football next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Cash the King. That's right. South Philly Billy. This is the Sports Goombah. We come to you from the 515 every week. Yep. Ranting and beating bullshit as usual.
Yep.
Come bullshit with us next week.
There you go.
You guys have a good one.
We're out.
Boom.